I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Moving on to agenda item 2.1, do we have any comments from the public?
Yes.
We do have comments from the public?
No.
Oh, okay. All right, if there are no comments from the public, then can I get a motion to approve the April 15th, 2025 regular meeting minutes?
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Whitcomb, second by Ms. Motley. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Whitcomb?
Aye.
Mrs. Motley? Aye. Mrs. Gleason? Aye. Mrs. List? Aye. Ms. Lot? Aye. Mrs. Ressler?
Aye. Moving on to new business, item 4.1, the resolution honoring retiring board member Debbie Stearns.
Whereas it is the privilege of citizens in a free society to participate in the democratic process by exercising their right to vote, as well as by seeking and holding public office as a position of trust in the representation of their fellow citizens. And whereas Ms. Debbie Stearns was appointed in 2006 and in April 2007 was duly chosen by the electorate of Bremen County High School District 228 to represent their interests as a member of its Board of Education. And whereas during her tenure, Ms. Debbie Stearns served the district with due diligence, integrity, honesty, objectivity, and distinction, demonstrating leadership as a president, vice president, chairman of board committee on labor, and as a member of its committees on facilities, student services, and personnel. And whereas her distinguished public service is not only a tribute to her own personal exercise of responsible citizenship, but also has served the students of Bremen County High School District 228 as a positive example, and her commitment as a role model for their own participation in the democratic process. Therefore, be it resolved that the Board of Education of Bremen Community High School District 228 hereby recognizes the distinguished service of Ms. Debbie Stearns during her term of office and expresses its gratitude for her example of high ethical standards, mutual cooperation, and selfless service to the district, to its schools, to its constituents, and to its students. And we wish her well in her future endeavors. Adopted this 29th day of April, 2025, and subscribed on behalf of the Board of Education.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Whitcomb, second by Ms. Gleason. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Whitcomb?
Aye.
Mrs. Gleason?
Aye.
Mrs. List? Aye. Ms. Lot? Aye. Mrs. Motley?
Aye.
Mrs. Ressler?
Aye. Item 4.2, the resolution honoring retiring board member Marquita Marshall Motley.
Whereas it is the privilege of citizens in a free society to participate in the democratic process by exercising their right to vote, as well as by seeking and holding public office as a position of the trust in the representation of their fellow citizens. And whereas Mrs. Marquita Marshall Motley in April 2023 was duly chosen by the electorate of Bremen County High School District 228 to represent their interests as a member of its Board of Education. And whereas during her tenure, Mrs. Marquita Marshall Motley served the district with due diligence, integrity, honesty, objectivity, and distinction, demonstrating leadership as the Illinois Association of School Board delegate for Bremen County High School District 228. And whereas her distinguished public service is not only a tribute to her own personal exercise of responsible citizenship, but also has served the students of Bremen County High School District 228 as a positive example, and her commitment as a role model for their own participation in the democratic process. Therefore, be it resolved that the Board of Education of Bremen Community High School District 228 hereby recognizes the distinguished service of Mrs. Marquita Marshall Motley during her term of office and expresses its gratitude for her example of high ethical standards, mutual cooperation, and selfless service to the district, to its schools, to its constituents, and to its students. And we wish her well in her future endeavors. Adopted this 29th day of April, 2025, and subscribed on behalf of the Board of Education.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Ms. Gleason, second by Mr. Whitcomb. Any discussion?
We do just have a small token of appreciation for you too. We want to send you off in style as only this board would. it, so we appreciate your service, and congrats to you on your new position as well.
Thank you, Martina.
Thank you, yes. Real quick, I just want to say thank you all. It's been a joy and an honor serving alongside you all. This isn't goodbye, you'll still see me, so as soon as I get that village email set up, I'll make sure you all have it, stay connected, and continue the partnership and keep moving the district forward, so, thank you.
We all agree, I've enjoyed every moment you have as a board member. Thank you. Can I get a roll call, please?
Mrs. Gleason. Aye. Mr. Whitcomb.
Aye.
Mrs. List. Aye. Ms. Lot. Aye. Mrs. Motley.
Aye.
And Mrs. Ressler.
Aye. All right. Can I get a motion to approve the adoption of the school board canvas performed by the Cook County Clerk?
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Whitcomb, second by Ms. Motley. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Whitcomb.
Aye.
Mrs. Motley.
Aye.
Mrs. Gleason. Aye. Mrs. List. Aye. Ms. Lot. Aye. Mrs. Ressler.
Aye. Can I get a motion for adjournment, sign, die?
So moved. Second.
Moved by Ms. Gleason, second by Ms. Motley. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Gleason. Aye. Mrs. Motley.
Aye.
Mrs. List. Aye. Ms. Lot.
Aye.
Mr. Whitcomb.
Aye.
Mrs. Ressler.
Aye. Michael Barrett to help swear in, board member Evelyn Gleason, Mary List, and Alicia Solis.
I'm used to sitting up there. Stay right there. Good evening, everybody. My name is Michael Barrett. I'm a Cook County Circuit Court judge, and it's my complete honor to swear in the new board members and the newly constituted board. I'll preface my next comment with this: never give a judge or a lawyer an opportunity to talk. Having said that, however, it's my honor and my privilege to swear the board in. This is my second year doing so. And of all the swearing-ins that I've done throughout Cook County, school boards are perhaps my funnest and favorite for this reason. We are living in a little bit of a tumultuous time. We don't need to belabor those points, but it's always been my experience and my expectation and hope that education is the key to everything that our next generation of leaders and citizens will bring us into better times. And that starts with school boards. It starts with school boards because people such as yourselves have put themselves out into the democratic process, petitions, running, elections, the nervousness. But now you're charged with the responsibility of not only developing curriculum and being the stewards of financial taxpayers' money, but overseeing the educational process for our next generation. That's incredibly important. It cannot be overstated, okay? So it's my privilege to do so. Now, that's my serious words. Here's my fun words. The state of Illinois has a nice oath for you. I don't know if you've seen it yet or if you've heard it yet. I'm sure you have on a number of occasions. It's a little new, and it's long, and it's commensurate with your pay. So it's very long, because your pay is very great. But thank you all for doing so, and thank you for the privilege of being the person who has the honor of swearing you in. So I'm going to give you the oath. It's very long. I'm going to take it into component parts, so we'll just do it in small sections, but follow along with me, okay? All right, so I need you to raise your right hand and repeat after me in your name. I state your name.
Evelyn Gleason.
Do solemnly swear or affirm
Do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully discharge
that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
of member of the Board of Education
of a member of the Board of Education
of Bremen High School District 228,
of Bremen High School District 228,
in accordance with the Constitution of the United States,
in accordance with the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the laws of the State of Illinois,
and the laws of the State of Illinois,
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
I further swear or affirm that
I further swear or affirm
I shall respect taxpayer interests
I shall respect taxpayer interests
by serving as a faithful protector
by serving as a faithful protector
of the school district's assets.
of the school district assets.
I shall encourage and respect
I shall encourage and respect
the free expression of opinion
the free expression of opinion
by my fellow board members
by my fellow board members
and others
and others
who seek a hearing before the board,
who seek a hearing before the board,
while respecting the privacy of students
while respecting the privacy of students
and employees.
and employees.
I shall recognize
I shall recognize
that a board member
that a board member
has no legal authority as an individual,
has no legal authority as an individual,
and that decisions can only be made
and that decisions can only be made
by a majority vote
by a majority vote
at a public board meeting.
at a public board meeting.
I shall abide
I shall abide
by majority decisions of the board
by majority decisions of the board
while retaining the right
while retaining the right
to seek changes
to seek changes
in such decisions
in such decisions
through ethical and constructive channels.
through ethical and constructive channels.
As part of the Board of Education,
As part of the Board of Education,
I shall accept
I shall accept
the responsibility for my role
the responsibility for my role
in the equitable and quality education
in the equitable and quality education
of every student in the school district.
of every student in the school district.
I shall foster,
I shall foster
with the board,
with the board
extensive participation of the community,
extensive participation of the community,
formulate goals,
formulate goals,
define outcomes,
define outcomes,
and set the course for Bremen District 228.
and set the course for Bremen District 228.
I shall assist
I shall assist
in establishing a structure
in establishing a structure
and an environment
and an environment
designed to ensure all students
designed to ensure all students
have the opportunity
have the opportunity
to attain their maximum potential
to attain their maximum potential
through a sound organizational framework.
through a sound organizational framework.
I shall strive
I shall strive
to ensure a continuous assessment
to ensure a continuous assessment
of student achievement
of student achievement
and all conditions
and all conditions
affecting the education of our children
affecting the education of our children
within the compliance of state law.
within the compliance of state law.
I shall serve
I shall serve
as education's key advocate
as education's key advocate
on behalf of students
on behalf of students
and our community schools
and our community schools
to advance the vision
to advance the vision
for Bremen High School District 228.
for Bremen High School District 228.
And I shall strive
And I shall strive
to work together
to work together
with the district superintendent
with the district superintendent
to lead the school district
to lead the school district
towards fulfilling the vision
towards fulfilling the vision
the board has created,
the board has created,
fostering excellence
fostering excellence
for every student
for every student
in the areas of academic skills,
in the areas of academic skills,
knowledge,
knowledge,
citizenship,
citizenship,
and personal development.
and personal development.
You are now installed.
That was lengthy. allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, any comments from the public? If there are no comments from the public, can I get a nomination for president?
Nominate Christine Ressler.
Second.
Can I get roll call, please?
All right, you don't have a
I
second.
don't have a-
Mrs. Gleason?
Aye.
Mrs. List?
Aye.
Ms. Lot?
Aye.
Ms. Solis?
Aye.
Mr. Wickham?
Aye.
Mrs. Wrestler?
Aye. Can you get a vote for, a nomination for vice president?
Nominate Mr. Whitcomb.
Second.
Any other nominations? Mrs. Gleason?
Aye.
Mrs. List?
Aye.
Ms. Lot?
Aye.
Ms. Solis? Mr. Wickham?
Aye.
Ms. Wrestler?
Aye. New vice president assumes duties. All right. Moving on to nomination for secretary.
Nominate Mrs. List.
Second.
Any other nominations? Mrs. Gleason?
Aye.
Mrs. List?
Aye.
Ms. Lot?
Aye.
Ms. Solis? Mr. Wickham?
Aye.
Mrs. Wrestler?
Aye. New secretary assumes duties. Moving on to nominations for Bremen Township Trustee of Schools.
I nominate Mrs. Gleason.
Second.
Are there any other nominations? Roll call, please.
Mr. Wickham?
Aye.
Mrs. List? Aye. Mrs. Gleason?
Aye.
Ms. Lot?
Aye.
Ms. Solis? Mrs. Wrestler?
Aye. Resolution for Bremen Township Trustee of Schools. Is there a resolution?
Yes. I can pull it up for her if she needs it.
Nope, you're fine.
A mission of Bremen Township Trustees of School and Bremen Township School Treasurer's Office is to provide efficient, consolidated financial services which reduce operating costs and maximize interest earnings through pooled funds investing. History. In 1819, the First General Assembly of Illinois created the Township of Trustees of School System, whereby each township is a unit for common school purposes. The intent is to administer school finances and any other business that may present itself in the financial operations of school districts within the various townships. Under this system, the township school trustees have been empowered with responsibility of appointing a qualified person to act as township school treasurer. Since the beginning of public education in Illinois, the township trustees of school and township school treasurers have played a vital role in the development, growth, and success of our schools. Elementary school districts served: Forest Ridge Elementary School District 142, Midlothian Elementary School District 143, Posen Robbins Elementary School District 143.5, Prairie Hills Elementary School District
by Mr. Whitcomb, second by Ms. Lot. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Whitcomb?
Aye.
Ms. Lot? Aye. Mrs. Gleason?
Aye.
Mrs. List? Aye. Ms. Solis? Mrs. Wrestler?
Aye. Can I get a nomination for an IASB delegate?
Not it.
Nominate Mrs. Lot.
Second.
Any other nominations for IASB delegate? Roll call, please.
Mrs. Gleason?
Aye.
Mrs. List? Aye. Ms. Lot?
Aye.
Ms. Solis? Mr. Whitcomb?
Aye.
Mrs. Wrestler?
Aye. Moving on to item 9.1, fixed time and place for regular board meetings.
I move to approve the board meeting calendar as presented.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Whitcomb, second by Ms. Gleason. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Whitcomb?
Aye.
Mrs. Gleason?
Aye.
Mrs. List? Aye. Ms. Lot? Aye. Ms. Solis? Mrs. Wrestler?
Aye. Our announcements are as follows. Our graduation is scheduled for Tuesday, May 13th at 4:30 and 7:30 p.m. at the Tinley Park Convention Center. We have graduation on Wednesday, May 14th, 4:30 and 7:30 p.m. at the Tinley Park Convention Center. And our next regular board meeting is scheduled for May 20th, 7 p.m. at Oak Forest High School. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Whitcomb, second by Ms. Gleason. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, guys. Congratulations.